Right. One of the biggest transformations in my life was learning how to feel my emotions. Literally learning how to feel. Because when I felt uncomfortable, I unconsciously escaped. I unconsciously did was productive in order to escape. How do I disguise stuff that I don't want to see, I don't want to improve, by acting like I'm improving? By acting like I'm resting, by playing video games and doing all these things. It was because I was afraid. I was afraid of what? I don't know. The shame, the guilt of my emotions, the fear of succeeding, the fear of failing, the fear of being perceived by others. There's like so many things that bothered me on the most core level. But what I can say is that I escaped through any kind of mean. Whatever I was trying to avoid, I was like a master escapist. Because, like, I would escape by distracting myself. Okay, that's a common one. I would escape by being productive. Productive, right? You do things that are close to your goal, but doesn't really like move the needle because you feel this tension, and so you're trying to unconsciously relieve it. The next thing was escaping through spiritual ego. I thought I could manifest my way out of my problem. I thought I could think my way. I thought I could be the future version of myself out of my way, out of the problem. But the problem was I wasn't dealing with the problem. I wasn't able to sit there in the discomfort of the fact that this is a problem. Most of my energy was trying to escape this feeling, escape the fact that I wanted to avoid things, this tension inside of me, instead of using my energy to see what I really needed to do, see who I really needed to become, and embody that. Tackling the resistances, the thoughts, the feelings that made me uncomfortable and sitting with it. No forward movement ever happens from trying to escape yourself, escape the situation. See, I thought I was progressing by trying to make money, by trying to build this business, by trying to work out and be fit, by getting higher frequency. Like, I thought I was solving a problem, but I was still trying to escape. That was the core emotion. So yeah, you can be spiritual and like not be. You can try to go after what you want and not be. You can do whatever you want and literally not be helping yourself. Only takes true discernment of knowing who you actually are and knowing that you are really honest with yourself at this very moment. Who are you actually being at this very moment? Are you actually stressed out, and can you actually acknowledge it? And if you can't, can you acknowledge that you can't acknowledge it? How much honesty and discernment will you have for yourself? This totally changed everything for me when I started to look within and find the core emotion. Like even while like trying to fix my emotion, it fix even me trying to accept my emotions, if I didn't have enough discernment and seeing the fact that I was fixing myself and judging myself, I wouldn't have noticed. I wouldn't have noticed that I was judging myself and I was unconsciously judging myself. It's not a problem if you're judging yourself, but if you're judging yourself in order to try to change yourself, in order to try to get out of your situation, then that's that's energy wasted. Too much energy is wasted trying to get out of your situation. Then just accept that you're in it. What are you gonna do now? Like you might still do the same thing. I might try and make money when I'm insecure and try and get out of my situation, and now I'm trying to make money with a different kind of energy of I see who I am at this moment. In order to be my abundant self, I want this for myself. Like even me saying that, you can like literally twist it. You can feel the most subtle parts of yourself like unconsciously performing that escapism. So you really have to have discernment and honesty with yourself. It's really the hardest thing for me, at least, because it was a whole journey getting here to finally feeling my emotions to the deepest kind of level and being okay with it. And even now, I can't be okay with it sometimes, right? Whenever I just live life, I'm still unconscious sometimes. And when I'm like talking to someone, I might try to explain myself, not in a just like okay kind of way, but like a me trying to prove myself energy kind of way. Like, what are you talking about? I really think this, and that's not what like I'd be saying this is me, this is what I do, and then they try to do, oh, but you need to do this, and because this is right, and like instead of just agreeing with them and just cutting them off, I'm still like explaining myself. No, this is who I am in a quite a defensive kind of way. I can feel the most subtle defensiveness still. And you can like if you're built that way, you can literally explain yourself and not have that escapism kind of explanation kind of vibe. But I'm not like that. I'm a people pleaser. I literally give up myself in order to get something. So if people aren't understanding me, I'm already like programmed to just have the same opinion as them, to have a cordial. But if I'm really discerning and accepting of myself, I would just embody, I would see the fact that, oh, I still have this defensive explaining energy as if I'm like not right. There's still something within me. So, what's the point of this video? The point is, don't use your energy to try to escape yourself and have the most discernment and honesty to the subtle levels of that energy escaping. And then don't beat yourself up. Just notice that. Notice that you're not thinking that. Notice that you're not embodying that. And spend your energy. being okay with that discomfort and accepting that emotion so that it can be in your life. Now you're no longer fighting yourself. Now you can decide what you want to do, but you have to use that energy to be okay with this first, or else all energies is going to be unconsciously seeping out of you some kind of way. So back to this people pleasing and tendency of me explaining myself. I'm so I see this. I see that I'm explaining myself. I see that I was panicking. Like it took me like hours later that to find out I was doing that. I saw that I was my energy is off right now. So I had to first notice that. And second, I had to really zone in on the fact that this person could actually be taking my energy and I could be doing something wrong in this interaction right now. As a people pleaser, you don't want that. You don't want discourse. So I had to go against my unconscious nature. And I'm talking about people pleasers right now, but like apply this to your own life. See, I haven't fully accepted it yet. That's why I'm like breathing pretty hard right now and trying to stay grounded because I'm not at my work. I'm not near that person. And I spent some time hashing out that energy so that I'm more grounded now, accepting now. So first you have to like literally like force yourself to like look at this thing that could be like draining you. And your homework for that is like literally seeing your nervous system. Is it stressed out or is it not? And homework before that is seeing if you even want to look at your nervous system. I was at a point where I didn't even want to look at emotions at all. So look at the emotion, right? It took some energy looking at it. It took some energy just like recalibrating my mind and seeing that this is actually what's going on. Now it's taking some more energy sitting with this discomfort, this realization that it has happened and that I am actually defensive, insecure about myself at this very moment. And I'll probably do this when I'm like advanced in the spiritual journey. I think I'm like pretty intermediate right now, but like I'll probably practice the same exact thing on an even more subtle level with a different example. I'll probably like be done trying to explain things to people, or maybe I'll fall into the trap. Who knows? But this subtle energy leakage from unconscious doing and unconscious being that needs to be looked at. So now that I have like a general awareness of this and like more embodiment, I'm probably gonna go out and probably experience the same kind of pattern. You need multiple repetitions of this. So my mind is probably gonna be more prepared for it, but my body's going to respond the same way. Like probably less so since I'm doing more of the embody work, but I get the feeling signature and I do the practice again of being okay with discomfort, whatever that is in your subject area. Yeah, I'm like hella not grounded right now. That's why I kind of needed to do this practice. I just relapse like SR, fast food, people pleasing. Like I kind of relapse everywhere. So I have so many frequency holes, and I'm not in flow and not in high vibration. So this is like another test. Is this helping you out? I feel like this is just so personal to my life, but as a people pleaser, I hope you found a lot of value in this. I hope you found a lot of value in this in general. All right, peace out.